Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanang Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Deving Saraswating Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirai Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nittang Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Maistiki. Hare Krishna. So today is Srila Prabhupada's arrival festival in America. 50 years back, on this day, Srila Prabhupada arrived in Boston, in United States of America. Srila Prabhupada went to America, that's why we all are here. Srila Prabhupada went to America, that's why we are getting this opportunity to get to know Krishna and get to know His wonderful mercy that is being bestowed upon everyone. So today's program is starting with the Bhagavatam class, and then at 10 o'clock I will give a class in Bengali for the Bengali devotees in different places, especially Bangladesh. They have been insisting that I give a class in Bengali. So this is a new addition to the program. The program was supposed to start at 10:30. So I thought this from 10 to 10:30 I'll speak in Bengali, which will be telecasted in the internet. And then from 10:30 the program will start. The program will be Prabhupada glorification. We all will get involved in glorifying Srila Prabhupada. Yes.
Asking preparing something in the presentation. So 9 o'clock breakfast for those devotees who are not keeping fasting.
Yeah.
So can we delay the breakfast by half an hour to presentation 9 to 9:30?
Okay. 9 to 9:30.
Presentation, then 9:30 breakfast and 10 o'clock half.
TOVP, let the TOVP, they suggested, or 9 to 9:30, because the class may go longer, because I am starting the class. Let us do it during that time. Okay, it's all right. So we will give the class on. I one suggestion I have. Give a chair for Jananivas Prabhu, please. Jananivas Prabhu, please. Or bring one sofa here, and let Jananivas Prabhu sit there. His Grace Jananivas Prabhu ki. Jananivas Prabhu, please. Hare Krishna. So today we will discuss the third verse of the first chapter of first canto. I'll just read through like yesterday and then go to the meaning and purport. Nigama kalpatarur galitang phalam sukha mukhadamrita drava sangyutam pivata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraha rasika bhubi bhavuka. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. O expert and thoughtful men, relish Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desired tree of Vedic literatures. It emanated from the lips of Sri Shukadev Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful, although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls. So please repeat after me. O expert and thoughtful men, relish Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desired tree of Vedic literatures. It emanated from the lips of Srila Shukadev Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful. Although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls. So this is the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam. In the two previous shlokas, it has been definitely proved that the Srimad Bhagavatam is the sublime literature which surpasses all Vedic scriptures due to its transcendental qualities. It is transcendental to all mundane activities and mundane knowledge. In this shloka, it is stated that Srimad Bhagavatam is not only a superior literature, but it is the ripened fruit of all Vedic literatures. In other words, it is the cream of all Vedic knowledge. Considering all this, patient and submissive hearing is definitely essential. With great respect and attention, one should receive the message and lessons imparted by the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, in this way we can see that Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all the Vedic literatures. Vedic literatures, the Vedas, have been compared to a desire tree. Nigama kalpatarur. Kalpataru means a desire tree. Desire tree can fulfill all desire. It's a tree. Generally trees give fruits and flowers, but desire tree can give anything that one wants. So Vedas are like that. It's like a desire tree. It can give anything that one desires. Now the tree that can fulfill all desires, what would be the fruit of that tree like? And what is that fruit of the Vedic desire tree? The fruit of the Vedic desire tree is Krishna consciousness. That is the highest spiritual gift, essence of the Vedas. Vedascha sarvair ahameva vedya. In all the Vedas, Krishna is to be understood. Krishna is to be known. Ahameva vedya. Krishna himself is saying. The purpose of Vedas is to reveal the identity of Krishna. Now, that is the ripened fruit of the Vedic desire tree. Also, it can be seen that the ripened fruit of the desire tree of the Vedas is actually Braja Leela. Krishna's Braja Leela. The fruit is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and that Supreme Personality of Godhead is generally known to people through the Vedas, is Krishna in Vaikuntha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead in Vaikuntha. That is the fruit. But the ripened fruit of the desire tree is Krishna's Braja Leela. And that Braja Leela of Krishna has been given by Sukadeva Goswami. So it has become even more relishable. Sukho mukhad amrita drava sankutam. It has been blended with the juice from the lotus mouth of Sukadeva Goswami. So that is why Srimad Bhagavatam is so special. It is not only the essence of the Vedas. This is actually revealing the highest revelation of the Vedas, Krishna's Braja Leela. And that has been presented by Sukadeva Goswami, which has been presented in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And the other 9 cantos are the preparation to reach the 10th canto. 10th canto is so lofty that we cannot reach there. So high. Therefore, there are different steps. So, 9th canto, and then we get to see Krishna of Vrindavan. In another way, these 9 cantos, this Srimad Bhagavatam has been compared to a body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, in the body, what is the most important part? How do we what is the main part of the body? The face. So similarly, the main part of Srimad Bhagavatam is the 10th canto. But to go to the face, the way to look at the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one must see Him from His lotus feet. From His lotus feet. So 1st and 2nd canto are His lotus feet. 3rd and 4th cantos are His thighs. 5th canto is His abdomen, stomach. 6th canto, His chest. 7th and 8th cantos are His arms. 9th canto is His neck. And then we reach the 10th canto. The lotus, like smiling lotus face of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then the 11th canto is His forehead. And 12th canto is His head. This is how the body in Naradiya Purana. It's a beautiful story which is actually revealing who is Sukadeva Goswami and what is the purport, what is the Srimad Bhagavatam actually. Krishna, when he withdrew his pastime, Krishna, along with his associates, left, went back to the spiritual sky. Krishna came from Gokul, Vrindavan. He revealed his pastimes in Bhauma Vrindavan, and then Krishna decided to go back. Now Srimati Radharani had a parrot. That parrot's name is Sukha. This parrot always used to sing the name of Krishna for the pleasure of Srimati Radharani. Just as Radharani would chant the name of Krishna all the time, the parrot also used to chant the name of Srimati Sri Krishna. So one day, the parrot flew into Krishna's garden, and he started to sing the glories of Krishna, started to chant the name of Krishna. Krishna thought, who is chanting my name? Sounds exactly like Radharani's chanting. And said, he was looking, and then he saw this beautiful parrot. So Krishna went and got the parrot. And the parrot kept on singing, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So Krishna became so fond of the parrot that Krishna kept the parrot. And looking for the parrot, Lalita and Vishaka came to Krishna, and they found that the parrot is in Krishna's hand. So they said, Krishna, give our parrot back. This is rather our Radharani's parrot. Krishna said, is it? Then okay, call him. Let's see whether he goes to you. If it is your parrot, then when you call, then the parrot will go to you. And they called the parrot wouldn't go. Sukha wouldn't go. Then they became very upset. So Krishna, that's the problem with you. Whoever goes to you, you claim that it's yours. And never comes back. So whatever, and this has happened to our parrot also. So they went and complained to Mother Jashoda. Look, Krishna has stolen our parrot. Then Mother Jashoda came out and she said, Krishna, give the parrot back. Is the time for taking bath? Nanda Maharaj is already waiting for you. He won't eat unless you come. And you haven't even taken your bath. Saying that, Mother Jashoda caught Krishna by his hand and dragged him into the house to take bath. And they got the parrot back. So that is Sukha, Shriya Sukha. So when Krishna decided to leave the planet, they said, Sukha, they told, Radha and Krishna told Sukha, Krishna actually told him, that Sukha, you stay back, because you are the only one who can actually sing the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam. The world needs to know about me and my glory of my pastimes. So Sukha started crying. No, I want to go back with you. But they said, but look, it is needed that the world would know about me and the importance of my pastimes in Braja. And you are the only one who can actually describe that. Otherwise, the people of this world will be deprived of this good fortune. Don't you want to create that good fortune for them? So as a result of that, Sukha had to stay back. Now, Sukha not only used to love to sing the glory of Krishna, Sukha also wanted to hear the glory of Krishna also. So one Sukha was looking around where he could hear the glory of Krishna. Then he came to Mount Kailash, the abode of Lord Shiva. Because he knew that Lord Shiva always sings the glory of Krishna. So Sukha came, and at that time Lord Shiva was telling Parvati about Srimad Bhagavatam. And Sukha sitting on a tree, they were sitting under a tree. Lord Shiva sits under a tree, a bale tree in Kailash. So he was sitting on the tree and listening to Lord Shiva narrating the glory of Krishna. So, while listening, initially, to the process is, in order to approach to Krishna's pastimes, as in Srimad Bhagavatam, one must properly philosophically understand Krishna's position and the philosophy behind Krishna consciousness. So Parvati was not so interested in the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. So while Lord Shiva was speaking about that aspect of Bhagavatam, Parvati fell asleep. She was interested in listening to Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan. So she got bored and she fell asleep. So Sukha didn't want Lord Shiva to stop narrating. So when Lord Shiva was describing the glory of describing Srimad Bhagavatam, although Parvati fell asleep and he was afraid that if Lord Shiva found out that Parvati fell asleep, then he may stop speaking. So he started to say, respond to Lord Shiva. Yes, yes, that's very nice, it's so wonderful. And so Lord Shiva kept on speaking, and when he narrated the entire Srimad Bhagavatam up to 12th canto, Parvati woke up and said, what happened? You already finished reciting and I couldn't get to hear Krishna's Braja Leela in Vrindavan, in the 10th canto. So then Lord Shiva said, but you are awake, you are responding to my narrations, saying, yes, yes, oh, it is so wonderful. And Lord Parvati said, no, I fell asleep. After 3rd canto, I fell asleep. So, then Lord Shiva started wondering, then who had been saying all that? Yes, yes. And then looking up in the tree, he saw this Sukha bird. And he realized, this bird can imitate the voice. The parrots can imitate the voice. So this bird must have been imitating the voice of Parvati and had been saying, commenting like that. So he became very upset that unqualified people should not listen to Srimad Bhagavatam. And this is a bird. He heard Srimad Bhagavatam. So Lord Shiva picked up his trident and chased the parrot, Sukha, and Sukha flew. And from Kailash he came to Badarikashram, where Srila Vasudev was narrating Srimad Bhagavatam to his wife. And she, upon hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, became so wonderstruck that her mouth was open. When one is surprised, the mouth becomes open, and Sukha flew straight into her mouth. In the meantime, Lord Shiva came with trident in hand, and asked Vasudev, did you see that bird? You know, it's an unqualified one, listen to Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore I am chasing the bird to kill him. So, Vasudev then asked him, why did you want to kill him? He said, because it's unqualified. And when one listens to Srimad Bhagavatam, one becomes immortal. So this bird should not get this opportunity. This prerogative is reserved only for human beings. This bird should not get this opportunity. So Vasudev asked, what happens when one listens to Srimad Bhagavatam? He says that one becomes immortal. Then he said that, then this bird listened to Srimad Bhagavatam? Lord Shiva said, yes. He said, then he has become immortal. So you can't do anything to this bird. Then Lord Shiva understood and he left. This bird stayed in the womb of his mother for 16 years. And then eventually, on the appeal of Vasudev and assurance of the Lord, he came out as Sukadev. Sukadev Goswami, the son of Vasudev. And as you know, in the assembly of saintly personalities on the bank of the Ganges, where they all assembled when Parikshit Maharaj was preparing for his departure from this planet, he narrated Srimad Bhagavatam for the first time. And that Bhagavatam was heard by Srila Suta Goswami. And Suta Goswami then narrated it again to the sages that assembled in Naimisharanya. So that is the history of Srimad Bhagavatam. That is why Sukha Mukhad Amrita Drava Samhitam. When Sukadeva Goswami spoke, it became even more relishable. Even more relishable. Because a devotee, when a devotee speaks about Krishna Katha, Krishna consciousness becomes even more relishable. Another example has been given in this way, that when we speak, when a self-realized, when a person who understood the subject properly, when he speaks with his understanding. And he gives an opportunity also to ask questions. That is the difference between a book, Bhagavat, and a person, Bhagavat. The person, Bhagavat, can reciprocate. The book, Bhagavat, cannot reciprocate. So when we are listening, we find in all these Puranas that there is question answers. When the hearer, when he doesn't understand something, he questions. Pariprashnena, he questions. And the person who had the thorough understanding, he explains. So that opportunity is essential when we are trying to receive proper knowledge. And when a personality, he noticed Parikshit Maharaj is asking questions, Sukadeva Goswami is answering. And then when Suta Goswami is narrating in Naimisharanya, then Shaunaka Rishi, on behalf of the sages, asking questions. and he is answering. So this question answer is very, very important in understanding this subject, this topic. And when the opportunity comes to listen to somebody who has a proper understanding, we should take full advantage of that. We should never think that we understood everything. Actually, it's a mistake to think that we understood everything. If we feel that we understood everything, that means end of it, end of knowledge. Rather, more we approach the topic, the more we want to know. Especially this spiritual topic. It's an endless domain. It's an endless ocean of information. Like we can see, Ananta Shesh, with his unlimited mouth, he is describing the glory of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And still, although he is describing it with unlimited mouth, since the unlimited time, but still he cannot complete it. Therefore, we should never think that we understood everything. Rather, the more we advance, the more we will develop this desire and attitude to listen. The more we advance, the more we want to know. So never think that you understood everything and now there is no need to listen to anything or anybody. On the other hand, when you all get together, discuss about Krishna Katha, discuss about this topic. That is how Muhuraha Rasika Bhubi Bhavuka. The Rasikas, those who know how to relish the mellows, those who really know how to enjoy rasa, they are called Rasika. So those who know how to appreciate the mellow of Krishna consciousness, they should always speak about Krishna consciousness, Krishna Katha. Satan prashangan mamo birja sambhidam. In the assembly of saintly personalities, mamo birja sambhidam. The powerful words of my activities and qualities become discussed. So we should take this opportunity. We should not think that only we should attend the Bhagavatam class for 1 hour a day. It should actually be Nittang Bhagavata Sevaya. We should not also think Bhagavat Saptaha. We should describe only for 7 days. It's Nittang Bhagavata Sevaya. Sukdev Goswami spoke for 7 days because Parikshit Maharaj had only 7 days. In this respect also, Brihad Naradiya Puran gives another information which is very important. Brihad Naradiya Puran is considering why Srimati Radharani's name hasn't been mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. It makes the point clear that not only the Srimad Bhagavatam, Radharani's name hasn't been mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. Actually, the entire Srimad Bhagavatam is Radharani's name. The whole of Srimad Bhagavatam is actually describing Srimati Radharani's glory. But he is doing it in a subtle way, not directly giving it. He is doing it in a subtle way. And because the subtle understanding is more relishable than gross understanding. Beauty is beautified when half hidden. A beautiful thing, when it is half covered, partly covered, it looks more beautiful. So, that is one reason. Another reason is that I was mentioning, Brihad Naradiya Purana is describing that Sukadeva Goswami, he was so fond of Srimati Radharani. He was in such deep love for Srimati Radharani that whenever he would name of Srimati Radharani, he would get into ecstasy for 6 months. He would get into ecstasy for 6 months. Just he would utter the name of Srimati Radharani once and he would practically faint for 6 months. But he knew Parikshit Maharaj had only 7 days. So he restrained that tendency. He knew that if he uttered the name of Srimati Radharani, then 6 months he would faint. He would go into his internal consciousness. His external consciousness will be lost. Therefore, he restrained himself from uttering the name of Srimati Radharani. And of course, as I mentioned, he mentioned it. He mentioned Srimati Radharani name in a covered way, not in a direct way, but in an indirect way. As Prabhupada pointed out, that verse, Anaya Radhika Nunang Bhagavan Haririshara Janno Bihayo Govinda Anayatraha. So Anaya Radhita, one who is most expert in worshipping Krishna, serving Krishna, that very special gopi. And in Brihad Bhagavatamritam, Srila Sanatana Goswami pointed out that also. That Krishna was dancing. Who is this Anaya Radhita? Who is most expert in worshipping Krishna? Krishna was dancing his rasa dance with 16,000 gopis. There was one Krishna between two gopis. But in the center, Krishna alone was dancing with one gopi. So this gopi must be very special. And when this gopi got upset and left the Rasa Mandali, Krishna left all 16,000 gopis and followed her. So that gopi must be very special. So that is Anaya Radhita. And now, give up, take out that Anaya aspect from Anaya Radhita, what do you get? Radha. In this way, in an indirect way, Srimati Radharani's identity has been revealed. Another nice point in this respect also is Srila Jiva Goswami is pointing out that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Krishna came in order to understand the glory of Radharani's love for him. Shri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima Kidrisha Banai Vashadda. Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, assuming the mood of Srimati Radharani because he wanted to understand the glory of Srimati Radharani. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the only book, two scriptures that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always consulting and carrying. Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita for preliminary study, and he was always listening into Srimad Bhagavatam. Gadadhar Pandit used to recite Srimad Bhagavatam to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And who is Gadadhar Pandit? Srimati Radharani herself. So why, if Srimad Bhagavatam did not reveal the identity of Srimati Radharani, then why would Chaitanya Mahaprabhu give so much importance to Srimad Bhagavatam, leaving all other Puranas? And here we also have to understand that Srimad Bhagavatam is the Amal Puran. Many other Purans also describing Krishna's pastimes, just like, as I mentioned, Brihan Naradiya Puran. Brahma Vaivarta Puran. Similarly, Vishnu Puran, Padma Puran, Brihan Naradiya Puran, are describing Krishna's Braja Leela. But they have some tinge of material contamination. Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda is mixed there. But Srimad Bhagavatam is the Pramanam Amalam, Amal Puran. Tada Rajastamo Bhava, Kama Lobha Dayaschaje, Cheto Etoir Anabidhang Stitang Sakte Prashidati. Transcending the modes of passion and ignorance, it comes to the mode of goodness, and even transcends the material goodness which is somewhat tinged with mode of passion and ignorance, and goes to the transcendental goodness. Sattang Vishuddham Vasudeva Sangitam. Vishuddha Sattva, Suddha Sattva. So that is what Srimad Bhagavatam actually is. So Srimad Bhagavatam is simply describing the glory of Srimati Radharani. There is feedback coming. Srimad Bhagavatam is the perfect scripture to understand Krishna. And Prabhupada very emphatically pointed out that we should not jump into 10th canto. We should gradually go to that point. Because it's so important to understand who Krishna is before we enter into Krishna's Braja Leela. And also, before entering Srimad Bhagavatam, we have to approach Bhagavad Gita to understand who Krishna is. So Bhagavad Gita, through Bhagavad Gita we can understand who Krishna is. Then we enter Srimad Bhagavatam, and that also, step by step, from first canto, second canto, goes on. Okay, Hari Bol. Does anybody have any question? Have a few minutes? Yeah, okay. Give him a mic. Mic nahi? Cordless mic nahi? Okay. Okay. Those who have question, come forward. Come in. Take the mic. What's the? I didn't get that. This is we have to understand that this is just an instruction through his pastimes. He is teaching us that everybody must receive the knowledge from our self-realized soul. We should not directly try to approach. And so another consideration is that he changed his body, right? From the parrot body to the human body. So it's a birth. And by birth everyone is in ignorance. But his ignorance was Brahman realization. Right? So, and that is why there was a need for him to receive the knowledge from a bona fide spiritual master. Right? But here also we also have to consider that Vyasa vetti na vetti ba. Vyasdev may know Krishna properly or may not. But Sukdev Goswami knows. So his situation was even superior to Vyasdev to begin with. But this is the thing, like Dibbogyan, Hriday Prakashita through this transcendental process. So he was apparently, like say for example Brahma came to the world directly from the Lord, but he also is in ignorance at the beginning. So whoever comes to the material nature through a specific body, he remains in the mode of ignorance, apparently. But then when the knowledge is awakened, then that Dibbogyan becomes revealed. It comes back. Okay. Yes, Krishnachan. Yeah. As I mentioned, this manifestation of Srimati Radharani throughout entire Bhagavatam is not directly manifest. It's indirectly manifest. So behind all these narrations, the ultimate aspect, ultimate essence is Srimati Radharani's love for Krishna. Like you can also consider, the purpose is to come to the 10th canto. Is the purpose of Bhagavatam served by first canto, second canto, and so forth? No. So since the purpose is to bring to the 10th canto, then we have to understand that the objective of 10th canto is permeated throughout the entire Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, Archana? The attitude is to wait for the mercy. The attitude should be, the real purport of Bhagavatam we won't be able to understand with our own intellect. But it is a matter of revelation. And this revelation will come through service. Devotional service. That is, that as we are singing, Dibbogyan Hriday Prakashito. How? By serving the bona fide spiritual master. How? By just depending upon the mercy of the bona fide spiritual master. And for us, depending on the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Because he gave, like his Bhaktivedanta purport is the manifestation of his mercy. So if we read Srila Prabhupada's books through his Bhaktivedanta purport, then the transcendental knowledge will be revealed in our heart. Does it answer your question? Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes, come here.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for this beautiful class. We study meditation and how to use meditation. We actually because actually that person was a great Jnana and very much standard terms and she called very rich Srimati.
Say it again.
She is called very rich Srimati.
Sri Radharani is called?
Very rich Srimati.
Radharani. Billavriksha Nivashini. Okay, then that is description of Shiva Tantra. Because Lord, the Billavriksha is Lord Shiva's tree. I don't know, I haven't read that. Maybe there is Billavriksha in Vrindavan, I don't know. But but I don't understand. I don't know really. I don't know how Radharani is Billavriksha Nivashini. Maybe Lord Shiva is describing it that way because Billavriksha is his favorite tree, and he is considering that Lord Shiva, Srimati Radharani is residing there. Yeah. As I told you, it will be difficult for me to answer because I haven't read that. When I don't know something, it's better not to delve into that. Our understanding is Radharani is Vrindavana Vilasini. Okay. Kolodip Das from Silicon Valley. Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj. Please accept my most humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to you, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. We heard that when Srila Sukadev Goswami was in the womb of his mother, he transformed from an impersonalist to a devotee. Now, from Brihan Naradiya Puran, you mentioned about the pastimes of the Sukha with Srimati Radharani. Did these two incidents happen in different kalpas? Please enlighten correlation. Yeah, okay, Koladri Prabhu, I just actually answered that question just a little while ago. My answer to that was that there are two considerations in this. One is, although Sukadev Goswami self-realized in Krishna consciousness to teach the living entities of this world a lesson, he played that pastimes of accepting the knowledge from a bona fide spiritual master. Just as Krishna himself did. Krishna himself he knows himself. But still he went to Sandipani Muni's ashram to study. So this shows no matter whatever one is, one actually for the benefit of the common people, in order to instruct the living entities, he sets the proper example. Don't try, even if you are self-realized, when you are showing the process to others, you submit yourself to a bona fide spiritual master. And the other consideration is also that when one here, he transformed the parrot body to a human body. Like he took birth. And by birth, everyone is in ignorance. Janmana jayate shudra. Even Brahma, although he came directly from Krishna, he is apparently in ignorance. So, in the material nature, everyone is apparently in ignorance, and then he comes to the proper understanding of spiritual knowledge by receiving the knowledge from a bona fide spiritual master. And his thing was that he apparently was not in ignorance but in Brahman realization. But in order to get the Krishna consciousness, he had to take the shelter or surrender himself to a bona fide spiritual master like Vasudev. So, yes, Krishnarchan, maybe this is the last question. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, good point. I got your point. Yeah, that's why when you speak, prepare yourself. Not just start shooting from the hips, as they call. Like when you speak about Krishna Katha, prepare yourself. Prabhupada allowed neophyte devotees to speak because Prabhupada wanted them to preach. And it is a way of practicing. But the thing is, it doesn't mean that anybody can sit in the Vyasasana and speak. My request will be that when you speak about Krishna consciousness, prepare yourself nicely beforehand. And not just, and cultivate the knowledge, study. Don't just sit in the Vyasasana and start speaking about all kinds of things. When you sit in a Vyasasana, you should speak properly about the topic. And the topic is Krishna consciousness. So be qualified. You may be neophyte, but become qualified. And this is a practice that Prabhupada is giving the opportunity, made an arrangement to give the devotees an opportunity. Otherwise, if we don't sit and speak, then we'll never learn to speak. We'll never learn to preach. So in order to preach, we have to speak. But when we speak, there should be proper substance. So make the class interesting, so much so that devotees will be spellbound when they listen to you. Because Krishna Katha can make anybody spellbound when he listens. So speak properly about the subject. The subject will generate interest, especially in the ears, to the ears of the devotees. Satam prashangan mama birja samvidam bhavanti hritkarna rasayana katha. That it becomes relishable to the ears and the heart. So everyone, I'll request, please study. Don't take Krishna consciousness so lightly. You have committed yourself to Krishna consciousness, so qualify yourself. Prabhupada has given an ocean of informations. So read Prabhupada's books and you'll get so much information from there. And also another thing is that Prabhupada also would expect us to, Prabhupada gave the example that just as somebody goes to a distant place to collect valuable things to bring home, so bring valuable information to present Krishna consciousness in proper way. Prabhupada has given us everything. So present it with proper ornamentation. And then only the presentation will be beautiful. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. You know what the real clapping will be? By taking it to your heart and act accordingly. Do what I do as I told you. Read Prabhupada's books. Read Prabhupada's books properly, carefully. The other day I was actually in America, I was taking count. And to my utter dismay I found so few devotees are reading Prabhupada's books. They don't have time. Well, it's understandable. When you're working, you may not get the time. But make it a point, at least get half an hour to read Prabhupada's books. Because you will see how it will enhance your spiritual impetus. How it will nourish your spiritual life. We need that nourishment by hearing Srila Prabhupada. And if you don't have the time, then I will say, just listen to the tapes. Listen to the tapes. You can't say you don't have enough time. In that respect, I remember one habit that Tamal Krishna Maharaj used to have. Tamal Krishna Maharaj, every morning when he would get up and he would go to the bathroom, he would take the tape recorder and play Prabhupada's tapes. So this is how we can get the time to listen. Have a tape recorder. Now you have so many gizmos. You have iPod, you have so many things. iPod, iPad, CD player. So listen to, when you at least start off, when you wake up in the morning, go to the bathroom, play the tape. Listen. There are so many ways. Now so many recordings are available. So get that opportunity. Take that opportunity. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. So the Bengali devotees can be here at 10 o'clock. I'll give a Bengali class. Others also are welcome, provided you want to learn some Bengali. Hare Krishna, Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare.